So with getting into multimedia, I think it's only right that you start at the browser, because that's honestly, this phone's probably their biggest multimedia strength is with the browser. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Infamous Tech Blog and let you guys get a look at just the speed of this phone and how fast it does, pull up web pages. I've been very impressed with it. I think the browsing speed, of the Palm browser actually beats, the Droid by a little bit. And you see you got the accelerometer here. This is where my, biggest knock on the phone is gonna come into play. Is with the 2.6 inches, you just don't have a ton of room, to really navigate, fingers wise. I mean, it's adequate. I mean, you can pull off, pinch to zoom, but it's just a little bit limited real estate, when you're, browsing and surfing. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up a YouTube video real quick just to give you guys a showcase of how it handles that. And what it's going to do is it's going to actually take you to the YouTube player first, and you go ahead and tap one more time, and then the actual video itself will launch. And this is a Google video for Buzz.
Google Buzz is a new way to share updates, photos, videos, and more, and start conversations about the things you find interesting. It's built right into Gmail.
So as you can see, that actually pulls up real quick. Loads very fast, and the resolution, even though it's a small screen, it does look pretty damn good, if I'm going to be honest. Moving on, let's go ahead and take a look at the music player. I know that browsing and music are a lot of people's, sometimes that's their biggest need in a phone. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up a little bit of K Salam and Beatnik. I love this CD. And let's see, I'll go a little bit of Collie Buds for you guys. We'll come around. You can hear the volume on the speakerphone. It's pretty decent. I mean, it's definitely not as loud as some of the others out there, but it's pretty good quality. And the same thing applies here. As I go ahead and swipe through, I can actually change tracks just by swiping my finger, and we'll keep going. And if I tap down here, you'll get the actual scroll bar, so I can scroll and jump ahead. So all in all, man, pretty solid media player. Doesn't have some of the audio adjustment preferences or different presets that you'd like. Maybe I like to see an EQ or a bass boost feature. So if you're going to use this phone in the car as your media player, you can actually tweak your audio a little bit more. But definitely not bad. No big complaints there. The camera is 2.0 megapixel with the flash, and I've actually gotten pretty decent picture quality, even though it's only 2 megapixels. But getting into that same area, this phone does lack video recording, much like the Pre Plus. There's a software update that's going to be coming. I know the Sprint versions of these phones will be getting that on the 15th. Hopefully Verizon will get that same update pushed out to the Pixi and Pre Plus, so that they can do video capture. So not having video is kind of a it's a pretty substantial knock. I mean, on a smartphone, to not be able to record video, it's kind of becoming a thing in the past, and that's almost like a prerequisite. So they will have it eventually. It's just not there now. But all in all, man, this phone's got pretty strong multimedia features, and will do most of what you need. But the browsing is definitely a strong point. Even though the screen is small, you can still get around pretty good, and definitely navigate to just about all your different websites and check out all your different content. So with all that said, man, it's time to go ahead and get down to scoring time, and I'm gonna give the Pixi Plus a solid, I'm gonna give it a 7.25 out of 10. I just had to give it just a hair above 7.0, which I believe I scored the BlackBerry Storm, and I do think that this phone is just a hair better than what the Storm provides. you know, for being, you know, $99 too, that's also another big thing to consider. I think for the entry to mid-level phones, the Pixi is going to be, you know, tough to beat, you know, for a lot of customers. And it just does a lot of what you need. And the keyboard, I can't say enough how much I enjoy typing on this keyboard. These keys are just, they're nice and raised, and, you know, typing is just a snap. So a real solid phone, and, you know, if you're in that entry-level market, definitely want to consider it. You can check out more information. I'll have, you know, news on the, you know, WebOS 1.4 updates for this phone and for the Pre Plus over at infamoustechblog.com. If you want to email me, it's major@infamoustechblog.com. My Twitter is twitter.com/infamoustech. So I'll be back at you guys real soon with more reviews and more news. Peace.